The Nubia Z80 claims to be the pinnacle of smartphone innovation, offering an uninterrupted notchless display, a massive battery, and a professional-grade camera system. But is it one of our new top 5 gadgets? For the past few years, it feels like the smartphone market has been, well, boring. Every new device just seems to offer an incremental upgrade. You're paying over £1,000 for, let's face it, a minor bump from last year. You still have to stare at that ugly hole-punched notched island display ruining the top of your display, and the cameras, well, they seem to be less than inspiring each time they upgrade. And this is where this new phone that's entering the market, the Nubia Z80 Ultra, seems to buck that trend and offer you everything that we've been waiting for a new smartphone. And after testing this beast of a device for the past week, I want to talk about why the Z80 Ultra might just be the most exciting flagship this year. First, the screen, because that's the thing we first see the moment we turn on this phone, and it is jaw-dropping, absolutely incredible. It features an industry exclusive 6.85-inch BOE X10 display, and that's the very first thing you'll notice here, because there's absolutely nothing in the way. No notch, no hole punch, no distractions. It is edge-to-edge display. It utilizes a 1.5K under the display camera, which is kind of insane. There is a front-facing camera, it's just hidden behind this display. That 16 megapixel camera is completely hidden underneath the OLED panel, so while you're watching your 4K HDR movie or playing an immersive game, it is completely flawless, edge to edge. If you put this side by side with the latest iPhone and its dynamic island, the Nubia looks like it came from 5 years in the future. And even more crazily, they didn't sacrifice any quality in the display in order to achieve this. It is featuring a blindingly fast 144Hz refresh panel. That's insane considering it's an OLED as well. It just makes all the UI navigation and everything you're going to swipe through on this phone buttery smooth. And if you're using it outdoors as well, it also has a peak brightness of up to 2,500 nits. If you don't know what that means, it just means it's very bright. You also get the SGS low blue light certification and the high frequency PWM dimming, which means even if you're gaming in the dark for hours, you're not going to get that eye strain that you normally do. But whilst that screen is an incredible upgrade from what we've seen in the other flagships on the market, the camera system is where this phone really starts stretching its true creative muscles. Now, most smartphones on the market default to a 25mm or a 26mm main lens. That's a wide angle lens, and whilst it fits a lot into your frame, it inherently causes a lot of distortion, especially when you're taking photos of people. The Nubia takes a totally different and more professional approach to their main camera. The soul of the Z80 Ultra is its 5th generation custom 35mm native optical lens. That is backed up by a massive 50 megapixel 1/1.3 inch sensor with optical image stabilization and a lightning fast f1.7 aperture. Now, in the photography world, that 35mm focal length is really important. It's considered the kind of golden focal length, what is most natural to our eye, what looks like what we actually see. So it's really important if you're taking portraits or street photography, what you're going to take a photo off of that 35mm lens is what your eye's going to see too. And when it's backed up by that really fast aperture, when it's wide open, it means you get a very natural bokeh or blurry background. Not like what we see on the other flagships where they use some kind of digital tool to create a fake blurriness. This has it naturally and optically, and it looks just beautiful. And also, to ensure that every shot is perfectly exposed and in focus, they've also included a dedicated flicker and laser sensor right into the camera module. And if you want that classic film aesthetic, they've got camera software with over 21 custom filters designed for effortless storytelling, giving your image a cinematic grade right out of the camera. Of course, wide angle isn't always what you want to do. Maybe you want to get up close and personal with something that's a little bit further away. This is also an option here, as they do have a telephoto camera in it as well. This is backed up by a 64 megapixel telephoto sensor. It operates natively at 70mm focal length, and the app defaults that to an 85mm crop. Either way, it provides a stunning compressed portrait or razor sharp detail to capture from a distance. Alongside that, you also get a 50 megapixel ultra wide lens with an 18mm focal length that you can shoot super macro photography with it, with a focal distance of just 5.5 centimeters away. Basically, one phone is giving you an arsenal of cameras that give you professional grade quality for the first time in a flagship. Moving on to the actual controls of the camera and the chassis itself, you get an incredibly sleek, soft Stardust matte chassis. You have physical, customizable dual stage camera button. That isn't just a basic shortcut key. This provides you professional tactile control. You ergonomically hold the phone and half press the button to lock your focus and exposure, and then you fully press it to capture the shot. You can even long press it for continuous burst shooting. It completely changes the way you interact with your phone and turning it more into how you'd interact with a DSLR camera. So of course we have that incredible display. We have professional grade cameras, but to back it up, we also have one of the leading processors that we've seen in a flagship phone to date. Because under the hood, this is powered by the brand new Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 mobile processor built on a cutting edge 3nm process. We're talking about the core clocking in at an insane 4.6 gigahertz. Compare that to the previous generation, you're looking at a 23% increase in overall performance and a massive 35% increase in power efficiency. This is backed up, of course, by the RAM it uses and the storage as well. By standard, we're looking at DDR5 XRAM at a 12GB configuration that can be configured all the way up to 24 gigs, which is insane for a phone. And you can also configure this with ultra fast 1TB storage as one of the config options. They really haven't left anything out under the hood here. So whether you're multitasking heavy creative apps or running graphically intense mobile games at maximum frame rates, this chip and its combinations can handle it effortlessly. And that's because it features a gaming level 3D vapor chamber as well. That dissipates heat, so the phone will stay cool when it's under heavy strain. And of course, all of that raw power is pointless if we don't have a decent operating system to back it up. This phone runs the new Nebula AI OS 2.0 that is deeply integrated with Gemini AI. You get brilliant features like Circle to Search, Gmail text assistant that can rewrite and summarize your emails, and Google Photos integration with Magic Eraser and AI generative editing. And if that all wasn't enough to love already, one of my favorite specs about this is one of the most simple one that's often overlooked with these high-powered flagship smartphones, and that is the battery they've put in. This isn't any ordinary 5,000 milliamp hour battery that we tend to see with flagships. Nubia have crammed in a absolutely gigantic 7,200 milliamp hour battery. It is a silicon carbon anode battery as well. It's the first time I've ever heard of that. And cramming it into a phone that's only 8.6 millimeters thick and weighs just 227 grams. 7,200 milliamp hours. That offers genuinely unstoppable multi-day endurance. You can game, shoot 4K video, and navigate all day without ever getting battery anxiety. And of course, when you get to charging the battery, this supports blisteringly fast 80-watt wire charging, and somehow they also feature 80-watt wireless charging. So technically, you'll get wireless charging as fast as you get wired charging. Now that is some kind of crazy futuristic engineering. And of course, to top it all off, it features IP68 and IP69 rating. That just means it's waterproof and slightly drop proof too. So you can drop it in a pool and it can actually withstand high temperatures and high pressure water jets too. Pretty insane. So what is the TLDR on this whole thing? Well, in my opinion, the Nubia Z80 Ultra is a massive wake-up call to the entire smartphone industry. This much specification for this comparatively lower price is just too good to be true. And to be honest, it puts shame on the rest of the smartphone industry as why they can't put in this much specs into their phones. But before I let you guys decide, I have to tell you about the massive event that Nubia is running right now. Nubia is hosting the Ultra Easter Hunt. It's really a cool interactive event on their official page where you can discover hidden gems of this phone. All you have to do is head to the link in the description, join the hunt, smash some Easter eggs on their website, and you'll reveal some cool features of the phone, but also unlock £40 discount coupons to use right away on the website. But it also gets even better because they're actually running a huge giveaway too. If you subscribe subscribe to their newsletter for their updates and place an order for the Z80 Ultra during the Easter event, you'll be automatically entered for a chance to win either a professional photographer kit designed especially for this phone, or the Nubia Gamepad 2, which you can also work with this phone to take your mobile gaming to the next level. So if you're thinking about upgrading this beast, there is literally no better time to do it with a £40 discount and entry into their ultimate giveaway. But is the Nubia Z80 Ultra one of your new top 5 gadgets? I'll let you guys decide down in the comments down below. Make sure you head over on the link in the description to check out the giveaway and to take part in all of that. And of course, like this video, subscribe for more top 5 gadgets, and I'll see you in the next one.